Let me see what I'm gonna find out do about my boy Lonnie Bands. I know that my boy, they definitely did my boy bogus. I know that part. So we gonna figure out what else they done, or what's the backstory behind it. We gonna figure out what's backstory. My nigga Lonnie was going crazy at one point. That's tough. Pussy out.
I feel comfy everywhere I come up out the dungeon. I come from raided spots, soft and rocks, flesh shit. I'm smoking all y'all dumbass niggas. And I'm on the way. And I'm on the way, boy. Y'all just like you know fucking. No drink on the balls. Hey, hold up.
Niggas pouring drinks on hoes.
Without a car, she like, boy, you still scamming. Talking shit is what I'm talking for. What the fuck is a click if your boss a hoe?
Drake out.
Welcome back
Niggas
to
got
Midwest
Drake
Stuff,
out.
where we step on these topics. Today I want to talk about band gang Lonnie Bands. Even though every band gang member played their own part, Lonnie's situation I personally find compelling. So you will hear about other band gang members, but mostly in relation to Lonnie Bands. It all come back pertaining to his situation. Delonte Landrum, aka Band Gang Lonnie Bands, is a Detroit rapper born July 25th, 1995. Lonnie was actually one of the older members of Band Gang besides Mazzo. But for those new to Band Gang, let me introduce you to the main players. Band Gang, you know, the bigger ones in the rap situation.
Okay.
You have Band Gang Javar,
Right.
aka Rose.
I took dog shit, made him strip, bare booty. He on Twitter thugging every since, dog goofy.
What y'all know about that? They don't even know about that.
AKA
Jizzle, RP Jizzle.
While in the fence relaxing. And niggas screaming Jizzle, why you gotta text me? Shit, I've been down and I
Big.
These niggas be tripping, they really be thinking I'm flipping. Don't talk on Twitter or the bitches come to me with it. I like when they dissing, I ain't tripping, I got the pistol finish.
Hey, Will.
I'ma take it to the grave.
Yeah, RP paid.
You playing with my name, it'll be a sunny day. We'll pull up, make it rain.
Lonnie Bands.
Coach banned me. Unemployment ain't no real fucking scam, man. My baby with the spoof probably took the whole picture from your fucking granddad.
And Mazzo.
Fuck 2-4. Said it ain't on my head, but I ain't worried. Fuck. Got his daddy murked, I know.
Mazzo joined the group a little
Okay.
later, but they already knew each other through mutual friends. Mazzo is from Highland Park, and the school crabbing was like also raised on the school crab area, while the rest of the Band Gang mainly come from the Hubble, Strathmore, Mark Twain area of Detroit on the west side. Lonnie also joined the actual rap group later after seeing the buzz his family was already getting.
Because at that time, the guy was telling me, like, we recorded this tape, like, come record. Yeah. And I'm not taking it serious, focus on what I was focusing on. And I was left off the whole tape.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
And I couldn't blame nobody but myself.
And I say family because when you grow up with people closely, they
Wasting
become your
time.
family. But in the Band Gang rap group, literally, most of them are
Are
family.
related, yeah.
Biggs, Javar, and Lonnie are cousins. Lonnie and Pootie are brothers.
Hey, that fat nigga with them icy chains on, that's my brother. Different props, same mother, his blood brother's my brother. Next nigga talk down on Pootie.
Lonnie also had another brother who passed away in
Different
prison
pops, same
reportedly
mother.
after trying to swallow drugs during one of the prison raids. You know, they had come in your room,
Yeah.
toss your room, trying to find drugs and stuff. I guess he swallowed the drugs, planned on shitting them out later, but it probably busted inside of him. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion based off shit. What normally happens. They called him Diddy. Something that stood out to me is the age when they started these activities. And a lot of people get into things early on in life, but it was the type of crimes that Band Gang was involved in that stood out to me. Their main lane was scamming. Now when people say scamming, there are different types of scamming. You got jugging, that's like, hey, send
They
me
did that.
500, I'll turn it into
They did that too.
50,000. You know what I'm saying? Then you send the money and then they just take it. You know what I'm saying? That's more like jugging. Then you got fraud, which involves identity theft, credit card fraud, financial schemes, and stuff like that. Band Gang was
Did that
heavily
too.
involved in that world.
They
Lonnie
did both.
was actually one of the pioneers of the scam rap.
See her playing like we goosebumps. Like we the first one, touch y'all about that slide and punch. Like we ain't make the dope man go buy some dunks.
He was one of the first rappers talking about track 1, track 2, credit card swiping. Back then, most people didn't even know what that meant. From what I understand, Lonnie may have introduced some of the others to that side of things. Well, Javar was already jugging, but to actually doing slide and punches. So mind you, they had a studio in the basement. So a lot of this stuff would be going on simultaneously. Like, you might be
it's crazy. It really used to be a wave. It probably is, I don't know what's going on now. But I know literally 2017, they was doing it way earlier than that. But like when the wave happened, like 2017 through 2019, it really used to be a wave. That is crazy. And for this nigga to say, I'm the one who made the drug dealer go buy dumps. That shit is real life. He's serious. I seen it with my own eyes. That shit is patched now. Down here, at least, for surely. You know, Atlanta got money glitches. But down here, and you know, Detroit niggas and New York niggas, they always figure out a way. But down here, it's so many niggas in jail for that shit right now. And they went to jail recently for back then crime. I'm like, ooh. Yeah, it's catching up to you niggas, ain't it? I don't know what to tell y'all. Oh, rapping about it? I was talking about the real physical thing. I don't know no more. I don't know nobody doing that no more, for real. I ain't gonna lie. Used to see everybody doing it. I don't know nobody doing that no more. Now rapping about it is you know, rappers are sick. I'm sick. Rappers are sick. That shit patched. You gotta stop rapping about everything. That shit's patched all the way. But yeah, I was just reminiscing on the wave.
Scamming off the same computer you doing your music on. So
that's probably why it was a wave though, cause there was plenty of niggas rapping about it. Not nobody raps about it. Who they looking at? A light skinned nigga with dreads? What's that nigga name? Punch Made Dev. That's who they looking at. Sick.
And it's taking off.
Even though Lonnie is also a light skinned nigga with dreads, but you know, we ain't even gonna get into it.
Also, the music is picking up. Also, they will go on to drop a LP called White Buff Boys, something that they can ride around.
I remember that. I remember White Buff Boys. That's what made everybody want to have buffs. And then somebody down here, all white buffies, nigga made all white buffies down here. All white buffy got the hoes wanna fuck me. What? Niggas don't know about that, man.
Call me bro if you don't know me. Get right once, so now that strap stay on me.
But it got bigger than they thought it would.
Yeah, I remember that.
Lonnie was still in school when this happened. After that, he decided to join the group. He got with the program. Now, if you ask me, Lonnie always been an intelligent, more enlightened type of brother. Like even as a youngster, when he did his interviews and stuff, he'd be dropping knowledge and game inside of it that most people his age normally wouldn't do.
Like I had to be in a good spirit.
No Jumper.
Sit down and think. Like.
In the beginning of the No Jumper stages, this was 2017s and 19 errors. This when niggas was running in No Jumper with guns, it looked like, and shit. No Jumper getting robbed. They got the awful lot of cough syrup though.
I'm the king.
Y'all can't even get that no more.
I'm the bigger.
I can. Cause we do sell these.
Person. I mean, a person hate the person who's the bigger person. That mean your mind's stronger than the next person.
Around this time, another group connected with them and started getting attention. Shred Gang. Shred Gang is like the young dogs who was around Band Gang.
Shred Gang.
They was using beats that Band Gang didn't use and was doing the music. You know, they was there too. They was probably there pushing play, engineering with them and stuff like that. Not even knowing what engineering is at the time. And they'd come out with their own tape with members including.
It's me, Horace, Bugs, Strap, and Cap. Cap's in prison. He been in prison since 2016.
Together, it was like a extended movement. You know, Lonnie, he had this style that was unique. he had that slow, drugged out,
literally
flow,
leaned out type flow.
And I don't know if they would produce a lot of copycats or as part of the Detroit sound that a lot of outsiders don't know about, or was that just the Lonnie Band influence? Because if you listen to V's and
Baby
song, you can hear the
Smooth, V's.
similarities.
If this shit don't
Similarities.
work, I'ma just go hit the road again. My young niggas tweaking, striking shit like bowling pin. Playing with that young boy, never going broke again.
Damn, hold on. That nigga hair follicles put in on it. Wait. you talking about this nigga Lonnie Bands? Damn. Oh wait, you talking about Shred Gang. Damn, I didn't even realize this nigga ain't got no, he albino damn near or what? I thought I don't got nothing. He ain't got nothing. God damn. Damn, yeah, that's crazy. Hold on. That nigga V's was just going crazy in that. What'd he say? What did that nigga just say? He one young boy, he ain't never going broke again. What'd he say? He snapped with that shit. Hold on.
The similarities.
If this shit don't work, I'ma just go hit the road again. My young niggas tweaking, striking shit like bowling pin.
What?
Playing with that young boy, never going broke again.
Playing with that young boy, never going broke again. Might go over niggas' heads.
Wop sky high, the ice on the clearance seal. My white boy be so high, he always look at Pillar's Hill. We no drive-by, we let choppers fish tail. I'm always...
But you know, Babyface Ray.
I ain't heard that song. I go crazy.
Flow. I think he grew more.
Babyface Ray go crazy too.
A little fatter with the lean and all that type of stuff. That I think that lean get him that type of.
That lean gun and can't talk for real.
Rio the OG doing it right now too. That's way different from how he was doing it before he went to jail. But yeah, you know, while the music was growing, the street activity never really stopped, and it started catching up. Before the pandemic had made fraud a national headline, these guys were already involved in major cases.
That's what I'm saying. The wave before pandemic made it so in everybody's face. It was a wave already. So it was already a people face for surely. But the pandemic made it so even the people who wasn't, I ain't gonna say smart, because you don't gotta be, people be saying you gotta be smart to scam. You don't gotta be smart to do it. You just gotta be clever. You just gotta think a little harder. It ain't even you gotta be smart. You just gotta think a little harder, because it's not, okay. But once pandemic and stuff happened, that made it where you didn't even have to think a little harder no more. It was just, it's right in your face. It's crazy. Yeah, so that's when it really got out of hand, and you're like, damn, what is going on in the world?
Rapper is accused of stealing 3,000 credit cards to fund his tour.
Damn, Bugs. Yeah, they was definitely funding careers. Yeah. What you think we doing? Funding careers. That's exactly what they doing. Damn, Bugs. 3,000 credit cards? Let me hear that again. Not Bugs.
Rapper is accused of stealing 3,000 credit cards to
No,
fund
he did
his
it.
tour. We're talking about Albert Hill, also known as Shred Gang Boobs, who you see here.
Boobs? Hey. No, don't call my nigga Boobs. It's Bugs. Now you disrespecting my nigga.
In 2017, Hill tweeted, quote, "At the end of the day, as long as the money right, I'm good." The tweet coming just 6 weeks before the would-be rap star was indicted on credit card fraud.
6 weeks before he was indicted?
Charges. Now, feds
tough.
say the rapper had access to as much as $15 million in credit and was jet-setting across the country, promoting himself as the next big music act out of Detroit.
Yeah, they gonna get you for some shit like that, boy. They just say 15 million? Bugs might still be in jail then. God damn, Bugs. Well, they say go big or go home. But god damn, Bugs. 15 million?
In 2018,
he had the wave.
Reported Shred Gang Bugs being arrested
2017.
in a credit card fraud investigation that totals to up to like $15 million. But you know, they always boosting up some shit too.
Yeah, they gonna count everything.
All the dope
Yeah, they gonna count it. They gonna count everything exaggerated. 15 million. The ESOC probably was like 1.5 million. 15 million gonna hit the headlines.
Talking about a street value of $20,000, trying to boost up them charges. Bugs had also got shot in the face around the Kalamazoo area
What the
while
fuck?
doing a performance at a birthday party.
A rapper from Detroit is recovering at a Kalamazoo
God
hospital tonight
damn,
following a shooting at a
Bugs.
Portage banquet hall over the weekend. Brittany, police are still trying to track down whoever pulled the trigger at a birthday party here Saturday
That's
night.
OC.
See,
This
the
nigga
area
Bugs
is still a mess
in the
following what
face.
police call a very chaotic scene. Police say Detroit area rap group Shred Gang was performing at the party for a crowd of about 300 people when 22-year-old Albert Hill, known to fans as Bugs, took a bullet to the jaw. An officer was already near the event center looking for another member of the group who was wanted on an armed robbery warrant out of Detroit.
On top of that, it was an incident.
I'm getting
when
shot and
some
you
band
looking for
gang
other
members
people?
Streets them were just chasing some TNO members, and they had sideswiped another car in that pursuit. That car started chasing them on some road rage type shit. The TNO members had got away. The people that they sideswiped was still on them. They thought that the TNO members had got behind them somehow. So they called the block like, they chasing us. And when they got to the block, they had shot up the car that was behind them, which were the people they hit, and end up hitting a 5-year-old little girl.
Just last month, she was shot in the head
What
during a violent
the
road rage
fuck?
incident on Detroit's west side.
And since that fateful day, Mariah has made an incredible recovery. Our Priya man met up with her today just one day after coming home from the hospital.
Oh yeah,
And Priya joined
I
us
see why these niggas hate each other now. It's all making sense. This was the cause of this. Yeah, y'all gonna have some long hatred. Oh hell no.
with more now, Priya.
Shot up a car.
Well, I gotta tell you, this little girl is something special. She's expected to make a full
You chasing people with a 5-year-old in the car? Now you chasing people and you know you got a 5-year-old in the car. It's not good either. I don't know what you thinking. You road raging at the wrong time.
recovery. Her parents call it a miracle. They were driving to Foot Locker and they were rear-ended by a vehicle. It was a run-of-the-mill fender bender. Well, that run-of-the-mill hit-and-run accident turned into a shootout. That little girl was shot in the head. Her parents describe in vivid detail what happened.
Cab and dead.
Big boo, I'm in your bushes, about to murder you. Chopping with drums, get 40 that whole 32.
Were prosecuted for that, but they say that Shred Gang Streets had started snitching on everybody.
Damn.
Turn rat, now he ain't my mans. I had to turn my back cause he was working.
And gang
Damn.
was going on the music side, but they had no one to handle the business. That's when Lonnie's brother, Pootie, stepped in as the manager.
Somebody go talk.
First, they
I don't know what y'all be thinking.
Ain't nobody about to take that shit serious. But I always knew they were sweet, but I didn't just think people was gonna take it serious. But then, like after I think it was like the grind season 2 is when I started taking them serious. I ain't gonna lie.
Pootie eventually became one of the most important figures behind the scenes. He managed Band Gang, Shred Gang, Drago and Bino, and he made this,
I ain't know that.
company called The Family, TF. Band Gang would eventually become one of the first Michigan rap groups to sign with Interscope's Records. Pootie also later played a role in Skillet Baby getting signed to Interscope.
And from here, cause I do Babyface Ray stuff. I do All Star JR stuff.
Okay.
Like
now you handle they management or you say you do their stuff? What do you mean?
Like their music, like they music, they projects, they CDs.
So you organize their projects.
Like distribute them.
Pootie did a lot of things behind the scene on the Detroit rap scene. Eventually,
Distribute them,
the
dish them
lifestyle
out.
would start catching up to some of the Band Gang members.
Market them
when
to
Javar, Biggs, and a couple other
companies,
members went on one of their scamming tours. And when inside the store, a secret shopper had called the
Seen
police
them,
and pointed them out.
That's how they
They'd
went
take
to
them
jail.
outside and find all types of stuff, credit cards, devices to make credit cards, and all types of stuff. But while Bad Gang criminal history has its own timeline, they also had a lot of street tension building up, and they lost a lot of people along the way. One of the first was Dada, 2015. I want to say June 21st. Martez Taylor, aka Dada.
Got into a fight with Taylor and chased him down. Then he pulled the gun and started firing a shot. Wonderful. What? Or he could have been at the wrong place. Talbert apparently got into a fight with Taylor and chased him down. What? gotta go right where my brother is buried. Hope that his days are so they give him what he deserves.
I had words with somebody downtown and was gunned down. That was a big loss to Band Gang. A member that had been around before Band Gang was ever even formed on the rap side of things. We'll hear them calling out Dada or Dada winning in mostly all their songs. If not that, then on a project for sure. Things kept escalating. Allegations started flying within the Detroit rap scene that Band Gang Horse had shot TMC Rob. Also that Drago had a hand in it from
God
Drago
damn,
and Bino.
Drago and
them.
Bino.
Now Horse locked up right now, and I don't know what for. I couldn't get that information, but I think it's for that incident. And Bad Gang Strap, I hear he hasn't been the same since his mother passed. You know, mental health is something that I encourage in our community. I think we be too hard on each other. But you know, Band Gang will drop hella shit, man. They did that Detroit to Inglewood, which was crazy. And while we on that Inglewood connection, because, you know, I think they was the first to really do that Detroit to somewhere else type thing. Like, I think they got that one. Because they was popping down there more than they was at home. And I want a lot of you rappers out there to know that, man. Like, this message is for a lot of y'all. Because even in the Bible, and I'm not a big Bible person or a Christian or nothing like that. I wouldn't consider myself to be none of that, but even Jesus wasn't respected at home. You know, they didn't believe him in Bethlehem. They like, oh, I know him, I went to school with him, that ain't no Jesus, that ain't God's son. It wasn't till he got to Nazareth, till he became who he is, the Jesus of Nazareth. But he was born in Bethlehem. They ain't appreciate him at home. They never gonna appreciate you at home like that. They gon' hate you first, and then they're gonna accept you when everybody else accepts you, and then they'll look at you like a staple for them in some type of way. People are selfish, man. You know what I'm saying? So don't look at it like people hating on you. That's just the way of the world. You're gonna have to make it somewhere else. That's how we made the beat. You're gonna have to leave the crib. And
that shit look just like
that's
our
the
shit.
same spirit behind hitting the road. But whatever.
That's the
sky
Midwest
come
for
with the
you. All
ground,
that shit be
nigga.
looking the same.
Band Gang will lose Jizzle P. Killed September 20th. And they say Jizzle P didn't have nothing to do with nothing. Jizzle P was guilty by association.
Yep.
He wasn't even a street dude.
That's
You
what
know,
they say.
he was more focused on the rap. You know what I'm saying? Getting the money. And besides all the stuff that was going on. And they got
usually how it go.
Because he was a sheep amongst wolves.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that in a pussy
They
way.
gonna always
Hey,
get the
Will
sheeps.
was murdered December 2020.
Yeah, sheep not in the pussy way. Sheep just mean you was not preying. You was not preying on people. Or you not preying on people. Sheep as in that way. Sheep don't be preying on people. You in your own lane. You in your own, you know.
Over some family issues. You know
The
what
sheep
I'm saying?
always
Somebody
get killed,
stole
though.
some money. You know what I'm saying? I think it was baby
That's how it
mama,
go.
brother. I don't know what it really was. We don't nobody know. But it
Hanging
was
with the
family
wolves.
issues,
They taking
and
sheep
they
first.
lost paid will. You know, that's a lot of people all in that time. When
Mm-hmm.
you're talking about day one people that's already dead in jail at this little bitty ass age that we talking about in this video.
He died in jail for swallowing dope when they hit his cell. Skins got shot in Houston buying drink. Took his hell. The pay got popped by his own damn relative. That boom got hit with a straight one.
It's rumored that
These
Pay
niggas
Will was
is
worth
talking
$2 million
crazy.
at the time of his passing.
Niggas I salute. Fuck them niggas squilling. In the hood.
$2 million? Bro, who had that money? Who had that much money in Detroit to put $2 million on this nigga head? They was what? No, that's wildin'. These numbers be outrageous. 2 million? It must be some niggas getting money in Detroit I don't know about during that time. 2 million? Thought this was all street beef. Maybe 20,000. Alright. 2 million? Okay.
It's rumored that Pay Will was worth $2 million at the time of his passing.
This was before pandemic, guys. 2 million? I'm trying to put it together.
At the age of 22.
Oh, he said it in the song. Oh, you niggas tripping.
You know, Lonnie would end up leaving Detroit and going down to California, I think with Ice Burgundy, you know what I'm saying? Lonnie said he went down there with less than like $500 and nothing. And I can understand that. I can see where he coming from, because I had to leave where I was from. And I was somebody where I was from. I left a lot of stuff behind. I left street cred behind. I never folded. I never did no rat shit. I always got money. You know what I'm saying? I had the women, and I left all that behind. And I came down here, and I had to sleep in my car for a period.
That's how it
be. You know what I'm
be.
saying? I had to catch the bus to work for a period. I went from selling. I went to doing illegal shit to catching the bus to work. A big ego
or a change.
You get what I'm saying? And now you never
gotta
know
defeat
what
the
God
ego
got for you, because now I'm
kill
doing
the
what
ego.
I'm doing now, on top of building.
I forgot what book that's in.
Whoever would have thought, but trouble follows you. Lonnie gets down that way and quickly get into stuff like pimping. He's still trying to do the music and whatnot, and he would link up with some Crip members. But mind you, he did the Detroit to Inglewood whole thing.
Hey, bitch ain't me the person, ain't the other one.
You make a bitch and get your brother now.
And you know, Inglewood is Bloods, or shall I say Pyru.
Right.
He ended up getting lined up by some Crips.
Check my nigga pizza the truth, man. All these pussy ass niggas can't come there, they know the truth, man. They know the truth.
LA is known for robbing niggas. I wouldn't come to LA either thinking I'm cool with niggas. Y'all are good for that. Why would I come down there? Detroit had that Jack Boy time in and shit too. But LA, they is like known for that. Known. Like, these niggas do house invasions before motherfucking selling drugs. I never thought I never knew that's how it goes till I heard LA. I usually thought that was everybody normal was motherfucking just, you know. Nope. These niggas normal is, oh, we gonna rob a nigga or go rob a house. That seems dangerous. Fuck. Why is that the first thing?
Coming to the city, right? Niggas don't be tapping in with gangs like that happen.
Where I believe he went
that
to
is
do a
true
song
though.
With them.
That is true though. You is right about that. See, it's more niggas with money out there, so it's easier to rob. But you gonna rob a nigga down here and be sick because he just as broke as you. I'm catching the bus with you want my bus card? Now you wasted a robbery. So that is true. You could look up on one of them niggas out there. You walking past a nigga and whole time he got a nice little 5 bands on him. Like, damn. He ain't even look like it. Damn. Yeah, I got a different environment. That's true.
And his baby mama, and they end up taking Lonnie's chain. The chain that he got for his dead brother. And these niggas will be
that nigga chain.
On the block still wearing this shit. You feel what I'm saying? Crazy.
Crazy.
But what's funny about that is it's some LA politics going on, because Drakeo the Ruler used to mess with Lonnie them.
RB Draco. They did him bogus after one of his shows.
As you can see in this video.
You only blue rag, red rag on Pro Tools. You ain't fooling me. Montclair Bill, I had to bring out the fool of me.
But I think he had some beef with some guy from Inglewood, or I guess somebody dissed the whole Inglewood, or vice versa.
I know Draco dissed. He had a song. Oh, I ain't even gonna say it. But he had a song where it was called, They Diss. Yeah, so, yeah, that's who it was. It was Draco who did that. And then after that, it was turned after that. I ain't gonna lie. I remember it. I had to catch up, like, because I remember what happened before he, because, yeah, they did him bogus, apparently, out after a show. Yeah. And, you know, they don't like guns out there. They got guns, though, but they don't like them out there. So they didn't use a gun.
And, you know, Lonnie did the Detroit to Inglewood. He had the Inglewood connection. On top of, I think Lonnie them bloods like Inglewood. And now after Lonnie get his stuff took and robbed, you see Drakeo the Ruler and also the dude who took his stuff playing Cash Gang and Big Key and all them.
Yeah, cause he was even Draco was even making songs with Smooth and tagging Smooth and shit. So, oh yeah, he playing it now. Lonnie, you ain't looking too good. Go get your shit back, or we ain't ops no more. No, it's Cash Gang Mike. Or we ain't ops no more. It's crazy.
And you know they like arch nemesis. Then on top of that, you know, Cash Gang, Big Key, them, I think, what he GD or Crip or something like that. What is Drakeo the Ruler? Like, I don't know, I'm just saying. I'm just giving a point of view. No wonder he probably made that song about should have never had, you know, made friends with these rap niggas or something like that. Check it out. I want to say around 2019, Band Gang got indicted. And some people would say that Lonnie Bands made his paperwork up and added on 3 murders or something like that. And a lot of people were saying that he was lame for doing that. But I have no evidence that he actually done that. You know, he did say that the murders got dropped.
The murder shit dropped. He was fighting the other shit.
Okay. But I don't have that paperwork. Y'all tell me what y'all think.
What the hell?
And to add fuel to the fire, some people
I ain't
say
hear
that
about
Rudy
that.
was
That must be some inside shit.
Now, I don't know the ins and outs of their business, but they did have a lot of shit hitting, man. He had Drago, Bino, whole Band Gang. He had TJ. You know, he had a lot of artists, Shred Gang in them. And, you know, they were putting up numbers. So you do expect to see a lot of money for him from that situation. But you don't know people's personal situation. But I know you will hear
2 kids and we walk
about
it's tough
his
world.
Booty just got 10 years flat in the fed. Don't give a fuck about none of that shit with my bread. This so sick, I had to cut booty off. I love that nigga. But still, watch your fucking head. You better not touch that nigga.
You'll also hear Lonnie speaking about his money also.
I don't even care you told. Cut my brother off because his paperwork bold. Me and my blood brother don't talk. He play me on some choke. Still got love for him, but his fucking nigga, where my dough?
So some money has been misplaced or mismanaged off in there somewhere, for sure. I'm taking it that Pootie got 10 years. Well, you know, Jabbar said from selling meth, but
Trey, my nigga Booty, feds gave him 10 for selling meth. But he up 2 million cash. If I was him, I wouldn't stress.
I don't know. Maybe he Suge Knighted everybody.
Yeah. Sit back in your office, maybe Suge Knighted. Okay.
Lonnie Bands was shot in Las Vegas. Lonnie was hit in the head, I believe the jaw, the wrist, and the arm or shoulder. Good thing Lonnie survived. And most people who get hit in the head never come all the way back. Like, I believe he was fucked up for a minute, and the emotional baggage that come with being almost killed made him act different to people. But he got all his wits, and I'm really loving his new music. After that, Lonnie got baptized, and also he sort of changed his life. It's like a full transformation if you ask me.
Crack his ass, I ain't so dope in 7 years. I'm in a different bag, I put all the crime in the wrist. Turn you to a villain on it. How you in your feelings knowing that you put that food on the table when they flipped it on you.
And this is not a hoe move. I believe Lonnie
That's
is
what you better do,
up.
man.
He's
That's
like 30 now.
That's how you stay
something big that happens
to the
when you turn
paper.
30, you know what I'm saying?
Ain't none of that
You ain't young no more.
bullshit.
You look at all the things that you
Nigga got shot 5 times.
Your younger adolescent years and your 20s and stuff like that. And I feel like, I don't know, man, like his pineal is opened up.
Like, I felt me beat on my demons. I really felt like I almost lost my soul.
Like I say, he always been a little enlightened to me, but I feel like he's shedding the ego. And when you shed the ego,
kill the
you're
ego.
not afraid to express it no more. He's probably been this person, but was afraid to express it. Like, you know what I'm saying? We A lot of us don't express ourselves fully for the fear of the peer pressure and the people around us and how people may look at it. But when you get rid of that fear right there, you start to become more yourself and you start to look different. Like his skin look clearer, his hair look fuller, you know what I mean? His eyes, you can look at his eyes and tell the difference of his spirit. And the new music that he making right now, I think is gonna be the new wave if we keep it going. Because I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people getting tired of that rap. Really drill rap, man. Don't nobody want to hear violence.
Niggas killing that shit. Nobody want to hear that. I'll be saying that.
People getting tired of that as a whole, and I think it's revolving back into more what it used to be.
But that's only because we getting older.
Message out of it. Because
that's really all it is. It's only because we getting older. It's still kids listening to that shit. If you go around some kids and you playing some shit that you thinking they want to listen to, they don't want to listen to that shit. Go and ask them. Ask them who they listen to. They'll tell you easily. It's still niggas listening to random Chicago niggas that you never heard of, and you be like, where that's from? You don't know him, bro? He from Chicago. Nope, I don't. Talk about J-Bo. No, for real. Niggas listening to J-Bo. Man. That's another nigga who dissed like everybody. Like, I don't know how y'all be listening to that for real.